Hey everybody, welcome back. We're going to do number 12. This is the first of the hackle and wing patterns. So as always, a long shank hook here. This is a Tiglo hook, which comes from China, so those of you in the US, it's going to be a pain in the butt to get now, but it has a little bit of a Kirby-like bend to it, but just use a long shank hook for these Cutcliffe flies and you'll be fine. Primrose silk is always well waxed. Now the body here is red cow hair, so this is some cow hair that was a gift to me from a great fly angler and dyer, master dyer. So this is his dyed red cow hair, which is beautiful, and twisting that on, it's really rough, the cow hair, a little bit rough and spiky, and so you gotta tighten it. It doesn't want to stay tight, so the wax helps a little bit, so I recommend using wax. And cow hair is actually easier to get than you think. A lot of farmers will be super easygoing about giving you some, but you could always go by where a farm is, and the cows usually scratch on a fence post, as Cutcliffe says, and they leave the hair behind, so you can just pick it right off of there. And so doing the body up to the beginning of the thorax zone, I'm just clipping the really large hairs out of the way because we're going to tie in the hackle and the wing. Now, Henry Wade and Halcyon would have started at the head and worked his way back. We did that with the wing in a prior video, and doing the hackle and the wing that way and tying off at the end of the the bend of the shank works really nicely for tying in hand. But here in the vise, there's no real need to do that, so I'm working up towards the head where I'm going to tie off. And so the hackle here for this pattern is a lightish blue. This is a neck feather from Gallo de Leon, and so I'm doubling it on as I tie it in here and wrapping back. My hackle pliers keep slipping here, so that's fun. But it's all right. You get to double and double and double, and the hackle sits perfectly by the time you get the hackle pliers to stay on. So tying off with a couple of turns, clipping that off, and just making a little bit of a thread base there for the wing, and then I'm gonna kind of push them down to get out of the way. Now I am gonna fold this wing in this video, so I pulled the woodcock, which is the wing, off to the side and lined up the tips, and then ripped it off where you peel like a little bit of the quill stem, and then folding it in half and measuring it to be about a hook shank in length. This is a size 12, and so going down, and so when I separate them and do this X wrap here, it blows up the slip on the side closest to me, and I tried it a bunch of times, doing it different ways, and there was no real way not to blow up one of the slips. And of course, if you catch a fish, you're gonna blow up the slip anyway. So in terms of fishing purposes, I think that's fine. That's what it's going to look like. I'm doing this for like a personal collection that's not going to be fished. All the patterns about as authentic as I can. So, I did go back and retie this. But I think this is basically the way, or what the fly would look like from Cutcliffe. So I wanted to do a nicer one, so I did a little more standard. These are right and left slips, so it looks nice. And that is the fly pattern. Thank you so much. Take care. Bye.